Hello, everybody, and welcome to NCL Pick'ems Season 3, Week 4. Traveling along in the weeks pretty quickly. Anyway, it's Jed here, and let's get started. So, our Week 3 matches, the team grayed out is the loser, the team still in colour is the winner. So, we had the Pittsburgh Piplups winning against the Calgary Talonflames. The Crystal Palkia, surprisingly, taking out the Ladner Lantern. It was a decent game, actually. Well played on both sides. UNC Wingulls taking out the Snowpoint City Blizzard. Tampa Bay Buizours taking out the Green Bay Glissopods. Wiltshire Wartortles winning over Cleveland Escavaliers. The Wiltshire Wartortles do have a, what do you call it, just a fill-in coach at the moment because Phil is out at the moment for personal reasons, and Mortal is looking after his team while he is busy. Um, so yeah, was no one was really expecting Mortal to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers there, but it did happen. Um, the Adelaide Overheat, I came out on top against Aces West Virginia Voltorbs. HP Bug is just too strong. What can I say? OP move. Atlanta Raptors beat the Calgary Flareons, and LA Latios beat the Helsinki Heat. Um, yeah, so I don't have the scores of who people were going for from last week, but I should have that fixed up from next week. So we'll go into the leaderboard now. We have Ben on the top. So Ben having a decent week this week, 7 correct and 1 wrong. Dom, the only other person to get that score, no perfect weeks this week. But that has moved Ben to the top of the scoreboard. Howler starting strong but not being too successful in the most recent weeks has dropped him down into second, drawing with Frost and Dom. Um, and then obviously Phil's being pretty consistent. Uh, Evan had a bad week that dropped him down a little bit. Um, yeah, Hayden being pretty consistent, staying around the mid of the table. And the bottom 5, Magic is doing excellent, as you can see, probably about where he wanted to be. With only him and Stanpants in the negative at the moment, but Magic is uh, far ahead of everyone else in that respect. And Tiff is making a bit of a comeback, trying to work her way back up the board. And Ace is the most consistent pick'ems, getting 4 right and 4 wrong every single week so far. So good work, Ace. Consistency is key. Week 4 matchups. So we've got Jay and the UNC Wingulls versus the Tampa Bay Buizours this week. That's going to be a very interesting match right there. Pittsburgh Piplups versus LA Latios. Hayden definitely has a chance of taking out um, Cade here, in my opinion. But obviously, it's going to be a tough battle. The West Virginia Voltorb versus the Calgary Talonflames. Um, it's definitely going to be a match. We'll see what happens there. I think, yeah, it's going to be one to look for as well. Surprise win from Ace, maybe? See. Wiltshire Wartortles versus Adelaide Overheat. So, as I said before, Mortal is taking over for Phil. So, um, Mortal gets to play with his Suicune, so that's something to worry about against me for sure. Green Bay Glissopods versus Cleveland Cavaliers, 2 really good battlers there in a what's going to be a good battle, I think. Helsinki Heat versus the Calgary Flareons. Tiff has been playing well this season. Hamu has been playing decently as well, but he hasn't. I don't think he's come away with any wins yet. But yeah, who that could change this week. It depends how Tiff plays. Ladner Lantern versus Snowpoint City Blizzard. Yeah, we'll see that. And then the final matchup: Atlanta Raptors versus the Crystal Palkia. Austin versus Jamesy down there. All right, we'll have a look at the teams and the scores. Mega Sizzle, Infernape, Cresselia, Tyrantrum, Vaporeon, Mismagius, Electabuzz Superior, Nidoking, Honchkrow, Comfey, versus Mega Houndoom, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Aerodactyl, Heliolisk, Torkoal, Steelix, Clefable, Slowking, Victreebel, Gengar. I don't think the teams have changed too much since last week, these ones. But yeah, 12 votes for the UNC Wingull, 7 for the Weasels. Going to be a good match, I think. This is two very good battlers and two like decent looking teams, so going to be an interesting one to watch. Especially like the Cresselia is bulky and it does wall a lot of the team, but Mega Houndoom and Buzzwole are going to be strong things to try and break that for sure. We have the Pittsburgh Piplups versus the LA Latios. Yeah, so Hayden doesn't have the most backing behind him this week. Understandable. Cade's a good battler and he's generally a pretty safe bet, but I wouldn't count Hayden out. Though Cade's team does look really strong on paper all the time. Did he make any changes? I can't see any off the top of my head, but he possibly could have. Hayden hasn't, as far as I know, so that's the two teams that'll be going up against each other. Mega Beedrill, Latios, Ferrothorn, Crocodile, Porygon 2, Ditto, Gerda, Volcanion, Florges, Tornadus Eye, Zebstrika versus the Mega Diancie, Zygarde, Volcarona, Alamamola, Delmice, Registeel, Garbodor, Zapdos, Cryogonal, Crawdon, and Saw. Yeah, so definitely something to watch out for. But, I mean, Crocodile is a good Zygarde check, as I found out when I played Hayden in CCBL finals, so who knows. It's definitely something that is up in the air, in my opinion, but not in the pickers' opinions, evidently. Next matchup is the West Virginia Volta versus Calgary Talonflames, Ace versus Shade, Megavinu, Current Black, Steel Valley. I mean, I really do like Ace's team. There would be a couple of things that I would probably change myself, but it's definitely a pretty cool team. I just Mega Venusaur Current Black Steel Valley is such a good combination in my opinion. But yeah, I do like it. Mega Gallade, Mew, Alolan Ninetales, Crobat, Zygarde 10, Cofagrigus, Zangoose, Circuitry, Shaman, Blastoise, and Bishop. I do like parts on the Calgary Talonflames as well. But yeah, I mean, it is understandable that most votes are going to the Talonflames, but I mean, we'll see how that goes. Like Ace is definitely showing signs of improvement, so that is a good thing. And if there's anyone that Ace is going to beat this season, then I mean, no offense to Shade or Tiff, but they are the ones that Ace is going to have the closest game against, in my opinion. I mean, who knows? Surprises could come, but that's just how it is. But I mean, they're here to get more experience, and like playing against the caliber of coaches that we have in this league is definitely going to help them improve. So yeah, I don't mean any offense by anything because I like all of these people in this league, and yeah, I'm just being objective with skill levels, not trying to be mean. Sorry if I come off as mean. Anyway, Wiltshire Wartortoise for Adelaide Overheat. It's mortal this week, so that's why everyone is voting for me, I guess. But I mean, his team is scary. Like it was the number one placed in post draft power rankings for a reason. It's definitely a scary team to look at, and building for it has been really hard. And Mortal loves Suicune, so it's going to be something to watch out for. And he did win against Dom, and I've never won against Dom, so like, um, who knows? It could. I mean, I feel like it's definitely going to be a tough game. Mortal has definitely improved since the last time I played him, so yeah, good to see him back, even if it's just filling in for Phil while Phil is gone. Let's just hope that my team that I've built can put in the work. I'm hoping. I'm dreaming. Next up is the Green Bay Glissapods versus Cleveland Cavaliers, probably the closest vote out of all the matches this week, I believe. 10 to 9. Two scary teams facing off against each other. In my opinion, the Gallipods do have the matchup slightly, but it's going to be a good game. Probably the second game to watch after the UNC Wingulls versus the whoever it was at the start. I can't remember. It's too long through this video now. Anyway, Helsinki Heat versus the Calgary Flareons. Helsinki Heat making some changes, I believe. Azumarill for Tapu Fini. Was the main change, from what I can tell, looking at the team. But definitely, I think a pretty good change. It offers some setup threat and doesn't stop Megaladios from just dunking on something with the Draco Meteor, so that's nice. Though Mega Garchomp Celesteela Sylveon is a good Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Just don't Mega Evolve into Garchomp unless you really need to. The base Garchomp could still be useful, Tiff. Just remember that. Yeah, I mean, obviously Azumarill doesn't get defog like Tapu Fini did, but I feel like the Helsinki Heat have enough defog options to be able to deal with the Galvantula Sticky Webs and the Greninja Spikes, so we'll see how that works. Going to be an interesting match there. See if Tiff can keep the pressure up like she's been doing this season. Yeah, be a good game to watch. And for second to last, I think we got the Ladin Lantern versus Snow Point City Blizzard. Massively in Ian's favor against the Magic's Snow Point City Blizzard, who's got a strange looking team. He's made some changes himself as well. I think picking up that Electros and the Heatran and the Servine. I can't remember what he dropped specifically for them, but I feel like there's definitely some decent changes to the team. Megaladias, Tornado Syrian, Conkeldurr, Whimsicott, Tentacruel, Bronzong, Rotom Frost, Diggersby, Entei, Diancie, and Pangoro. I don't think Ian's made any changes yet. Doesn't really need to. His team's pretty strong. And it's going to give Magic a run for his money for sure. I mean, Magic has won a game, so there's definitely potential he could win another. But I have faith in Ian. Go, Ian. Last matchup is the Atlanta Raptors versus the Crystal Palkia. Austin versus Jamesy. Megamanectric, he has made up some changes. So Megamanectric used to be Mega Mawile, Klefki used to be Rotom Wash, I believe, and Mantine used to be something else as well, but that's the changes. That's the mons that he's added to his team, so he's all out of changes as well as, I don't know, whoever else I said had some changes before. And then Jamesy has a very dangerous looking squad as well in the Mega Gardevoir, Kartana, Zeraora, etc. Araquanid. Yeah, I mean, you guys can read. I feel like Austin can definitely put in work with his changes. That definitely helps his speed, it helps his setup, it helps his defog, helps his I don't know. I feel like there were some pretty decent changes to his team. So hopefully they help him out and he can start picking up some more wins. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's the week 4 matchups with the scores. Just a based overview of that. And I mean, this will help in the end for next week, so that the scores will be there when we find out who the winners were. So yeah, be easier to check for any upsets and stuff like that. So that's our week 4 matchups. That's who people have been picking for them this week. Yeah, I'm trying not to go too in depth for each matchup anymore and just give a general overview with the scores, just so these videos can speed up a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all for week 5 pick'ems next week. Peace.